Okay, let's talk about this refueling network coverage. Now, I have noticed that many of my student teams actually wrongly interpret this refueling network coverage as potential demand for each type of engine in each type of geography. That is a wrong interpretation of this refueling network coverage forecast. This refueling network coverage forecast is actually a prerequisite that needs to be met in those geographies before a company or before a customer will actually think of buying a car. Let's understand this from an EV perspective. Okay, if a company tries to sell an EV car and launches it in the market, but in the geography in which it is trying to sell the EV car does not have the infrastructure where EVs could easily be charged. There are no charging points available on highways near petrol pumps. Then customers will not be willing to buy EV cars. They will have there is a less potential or there is a less possibility of selling an EV car if the underlying infrastructure required to charge EV is not sufficient or is not there. So if you read this chart tells us that in the US market, there is a very high refueling network coverage for combustion and hybrid. So is the case in China as well as in Europe. Why? Because the gas based pumps or the gasoline pumps are everywhere. So gasoline cars can be easily sold. Customers are not worried where to refuel their gasoline cars. Same is the case with hybrid cars. If you plan to make a hybrid car and sell a hybrid car, customers will actually come to your dealership or customers will come to your store and actually will look at your cars because they know that hybrid cars are refueled at the gasoline stations only. There is no separate refueling network that is needed for hybrid cars. So it is easy right now to sell a combustion or a hybrid car, but the infrastructure that is required to refuel an EV car or a hydrogen car is slowly developing. Let's look at it in USA. In practice round one, where you are right now, okay, only 9% only 9% of the US as a geography currently offers availability of charging network. Okay, so that means maximum 9 to 12% of the customers will actually go, or say maximum 15% of the customers will actually go to an EV showroom to even check out an EV car, because only in their neighborhood or only in those regions is there an availability of a refilling network for EV or a charging place for EV. Similarly, if your company chooses to sell a hydrogen car today in USA, only 5% of the US as the geography actually supports refueling pumps for hydrogen based fossil fuel cell fuel. So, say about 5%, maybe 7%, maybe 8% of the customer base will be even interested to go and check out a hydrogen car vis-a-vis an EV car, vis-a-vis a combustion car, or vis-a-vis a hybrid car. Okay, so if 100 people are in the market to actually buy a car in USA, all 100 of them will actually go and check out a combustion car. All 100 of them will actually go out and check a hybrid car. Maybe about 10 to 15% of them will check out an electric car, and maybe about 5 to 8% of them will check out a hydrogen car. So you as a company have to decide, is it a good year to launch an electric car or a hydrogen car or not? Okay, so from my perspective, I'm clear that no, this is not the year where I want to launch it. I want that refueling network coverage to grow a little bit. So if I look at EVs are growing and becoming like about 17% and about 21% by round 4 and round 5, and they're going all the way up to 34% by round 8, and hydrogens are going all the way up to 54% by round 8. So at least I believe round 4 to round 5, or round 5 is the point where I'll start thinking about whether I should launch an EV or a hydrogen car in USA or not. And I may be more inclined to launch a hydrogen car if I have one than an EV car. In China, the story is different. In China, the availability of the refueling network for EVs is growing very fast. So it seems even by round 4 or round 3, there might be potential for one or two companies to even try and with every passing year, the possibilities of selling EVs is actually increasing. So by the time round 8 comes, if 100 people are in market, about 70 of them are also a potential customer who will actually go and check out the EV cars. In Europe, again, it is starting slowly in terms of providing the infrastructure, but by the time round 4, the infrastructure takes off, and then it is kind of swinging between EVs and hydrogen, and it seems both will actually be a very potential candidate for the European customers to look at if cars are made available somewhere between around 5 to around 8, about 20% to 35% customers will actually start looking at. One third of the customers will also look at EVs and hydrogen by the time round 5, round 6 starts, by the time year 5, year 6 starts. Okay, so for practice round 1, I don't see any reason to think about selling EVs or hydrogens. I only can think of selling hybrid if I want to. But since my mindset right now is actually that of a cost leader, I'll make that call a little later. I just know it is feasible at this point of time. And now I also know that I need to make a choice that the next car that I want to actually make an investment into, is it going to be an EV car or is it going to be a hydrogen car? Because I will have to soon start doing my R&D activities in terms of building that car. I may go down the EV route, looking at the China, that it is growing fast in China. China is also growing. Or if I want to stay with the European market, which is the biggest market right now, or the US market, I may go with hydrogen. But that's where I am in terms of interpreting my refueling network coverage. Thank you.